The tsunami, which caused massive destruction at Fukushima, also wiped out entire communities. People who lost their homes are living now in overcrowded shelters, while the painstaking clean-up operation continues. And as artist Igor Ogorodnev found out, for us many will still have nowhere to go, even when it's complete.
This is the first time many residents of Ishinomaki have seen their houses since the tsunami. They searched through them, but in most, little of value remains. But Sato Shinji is not trying to salvage material possessions.
My house was totally destroyed, and my husband died in the tsunami. Now I'm honoring him by getting his personal things out. I just wish everything could go back to how it was.
Shinji has been housed at the local school with several hundred others. People here have been taking turns to volunteer as cooks and cleaners. But the cramped conditions mean that after nearly 3 weeks, the communal spirit is fraying.
We are dissatisfied with the authorities. We know there are temporary houses that will be put up, but who will get them? Some areas are being favoured over others.
The government admits that not a single temporary house has been constructed so far. But even when they do finally go up, they won't solve the far greater problem. The government excavators are removing the rubble as fast as they can. But for the victims of the disaster, even those lucky enough to get the temporary housing, it will be years before they can come here, rebuild the house and call it their home. Many of the stricken Japanese coastal towns relied for generations on dwindling fishing and shipping industries, livelihoods which no longer exist, and there is little hope of ever getting them back.
The government is good at solving big problems, but not the ones of the small people. I do not think this town will ever be rebuilt as it was. Even if I restore what I have, no one will build anything next to my house.
For the government, providing food and temporary shelter was the relatively straightforward part in helping victims cope with the disaster. Making sure people have a place and a community to return to will be much more difficult. Igor Ogorodnev, RT, Tohoku, Japan.